Hey, Latoya. Thanks so much for stopping by. You're the first one here, girly girl. Ah, ah. You are the first one here. How you doing this morning? You feeling better? I know you wasn't feeling good the other day. Oh, this is Monday, Latoya. This is Monday. Monday, Monday, Monday. Uh-oh. I got my phone on as usual. Oh, let me see. I'm trying to get my little self straight up here. Oh, do what you love. Okay, there we go. And let's head back here. I don't know why my number count not coming, but um it's weird. I don't have my hey Jared talks. How you doing? Oh, I don't have my number count or the time on here this morning. What? Oh, but that's happened to me before. How was everybody's weekend? How was everybody's weekend? I did amazing. I had an amazing weekend and I'm just so blessed, blessed, and so grateful. Jared say his weekend was great. Latoya didn't answer me back, but I know she is doing good. And I am so, grateful to be here this morning. And like I said, I don't know why my number's not showing up, but you know what? I'm going to be all right. Ah, ah, ah. I'm going to be all right. This StreamYard is here to run me crazy, y'all. It is here to run me out my mind. But I had an amazing weekend. Amazing. And Latoya saying hello to Jared Elliott. I remember. Ah, and Jared's been a little busy too. I see you've been having collaborating with other people. I see that, and that's so amazing, Jared. Yeah, I see the growth. I really do. I had an amazing weekend. And but yeah, what is your channel? Oh, she's uh Jared, put hashtag Betty down there and it will come up. Do hashtag Betty and it will come up for sure. But again, thank you so much, everybody, for coming in this morning. And I had an amazing weekend. And it's sunny here in Florida. And I'm hoping my look like my night bot ain't working, huh? We'll see in a minute. ah, ah, ah. Oh, yeah, it did. It worked. Uh, but I had an amazing weekend. It was nice and sunny here in Florida. Um, I didn't do too much YouTube stuff online, but I did do some clips for my premiere videos, and my premiere videos come out on Sunday noon, and I had a pretty good showing yesterday, so I'm going to keep it there for a while is what I'm going to do. So there go Destination Fun. Hey, Destination. Hey, and Darty. Destination, I missed your little walk, but I did do the replay. And yeah, I was out yesterday trying to make another clip for the week of the first week in September. I'm starting to work on that. And also working at the end of the month. Hey, Antarte. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I keep looking over here because for some reason my number's not coming up. Hey, Scratch and Pete. Thank you so much for coming. And Elliot is here. Elliot is amazing. Elliot, put hashtag Betty down there. Elliot, I go over there. Sometimes he thinks I'm not interested in what he's saying, but I am. Especially when you really like somebody and you'll sit there and listen, even though you can always learn something. And again, and Dorothy, thanks so much for coming today. And it was somebody else. Um but I know it was in Darty. Thank you so much. And I've talked to everybody so far, and everybody's saying good morning to everybody. But my weekend was amazing. It was. I got, hey, Roro, hey, I haven't seen you for a while. I hadn't seen you, Roro. I hadn't seen Robin. I don't know where Robin at. I haven't seen. Well, thank you so much for catching me this morning, because I got an amazing topic. Do what you love, but take care of you. And that's, that's so amazing, because I always hear um YouTubers say do what you love, but even if you do what you love, that's usually doing something for somebody or something and not taking care of you. So we're going to talk about that also. And then I want to thank the amazing people that come in and watch me after my replays. Oh my God, they're showing out, y'all. Y'all showing out in the chat, but my people are showing out after the replays. And that's why I think sometimes I need to go in the evenings. I still want to keep my mornings, but I think if I go in the evenings, I will catch a lot of my replay people. So all I can say is thank you to them, and thank you so much to for all of you, and especially, the ones that came in this morning, because you could be somewhere else. That's for darn sure. But I'm telling you about live. I know some of you haven't been on lives. I know Destination's been on a lot. AR Guns been on a lot. And so much could go wrong because Elliot, my time and my numbers aren't showing up this morning. That happened before. And I keep looking over at my phone, to see how many people that I have in here, but that's all right. Whoever gonna come, they gonna come. Okay. But again, Roro, thanks so much for coming in, and all of you this morning. And I'm trying to think of any announcements. Oh, Scratch and Pete, where you at? Where you at? Are you in Italy? Are you in Italy, Pete? Are you in Italy? I want to know where Pete at. Because that picture that Pete showed a little bit, I'm trying to move myself around a little bit. But that what Pete showed, I'm telling you. I think but anyway, I know you're in Canada, but you showed the pictures. So I thought you went somewhere, you know what you've been doing, the teaser. That's what I'm talking about. I thought you were over there, and then you say you're gonna go live, so I thought you was in Italy. You're teasing us. We don't know where you're at, Pete. Oh, not yet. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I got you. I don't want you to give your teaser away, okay? Because we about done guessed it, but we thought that you were already there. But again, if you can share me out, please share me out. And if you do, I will put in the mentions. I'll thank you. And also, I will pin you up to the top on Wednesday. So, Latoya said I have been on live too. Okay. Yeah, Latoya, you've been around a little bit, just a little bit. Longer than me for sure. But today I'm gonna go ahead and get started on our topic, and that's do what you love, but take care of you. Okay. I always say self-care first, and then do what you love. Because that's always my thing is, hey, Mona did what? Is always do what you love, but take care of you. Okay. Because when we do what we love, we usually put all our energy into somebody or something. And then we forget about ourselves, is what we do. And that's what I say. I always hear on YouTube, do what you love. But YouTube is a grind. I can do what I love, but hey, Warm Strong, I can do what I love, but still it's gonna take a lot out of me. Okay. Um, because so many people that do YouTube, they have to get different streams of income. So that means that they're anywhere, everywhere, just to, got to get that extra income. Even if you work a 9 to 5, you still got to sometimes get on that grind to get that extra money. And I know some of you in the chat know what I'm talking about, that you can give, and then you give out, and then you're burned out. Okay. And how I came about this title, I was on, in fact, Destinations live. I was listening to one of her persons that she was, created, she was interviewing. And she said she had some mental issues that she had to deal with. And most of us have had mental issues that we need to deal with, have dealt with. And she was saying that once she started YouTube, then she got a lot better. And then also she's a what I want to say, she's scheduled for cruises, what everybody's studying for. And she does that all the time. So I'm figuring if she um is being a YouTube creator, and she's also scheduling tours and stuff for the cruises, she is on her grind, and she said it helps her mentally, and it probably does. But if she has not taken care of that mental part, and when everything slow down, when she's a creator and then she's helping people book cruises, then all that mental garbage is going to come back up to the front. Okay? Because a lot of people wear a mask, y'all. A lot of people wear a mask. You think, hey, Tina, how you doing this morning? A lot of people wear masks. You think they're happy, even marriages, you think that's perfect. And you hear when they break up, you like, oh, I thought that marriage or relationship was perfect. People wear masks, y'all. People wear a mask. It's so hard sometimes to show our face, to show the real us. you know, like I say on YouTube, we say we know each other, but do we really know each other? Do we know each other? Sometimes you could talk to someone over the internet and get a real good feeling for them, but do you really know them? Do you really know me? Do you really know me? AR Guns says, sure do on the mask. Yes, AR Guns, I'm telling you, we really put on the mask, we put on a smile, and sometimes we're just not doing good. I know one time I came on here, and I really shouldn't have came on one morning. This was a while ago, and I couldn't even stay on an hour. I just wasn't. So I learned from that if I really don't feel like going on, to just put on my community page that I'm not feeling well today. Tina, you are new. You got a channel, or where are you from? What state? Please let us know. Please let us know. I love seeing new names. I love seeing old names. I got Roro. She's a member of my channel, and I hadn't seen her for a while. And also Robin. So I don't know where Robin at. I really miss both of them. But yeah, and I also like to say thumbs up, share me out if you can. And I also say that I will thank you, and I will link you up on Wednesday, and then everyone will see who shared me out, and that really helps me a whole lot. But you know what? I'm going to talk about something I really loved to do. And I talked about that, and my OGs, they definitely know what I'm going to talk about. And that's me being a doula. and working with pregnant women, I got to do what I love. It was a passion. Anybody in the chat got to do in their life a passion that they really love, where you went to work and it didn't feel like work. I got to do that. And usually it's something from your childhood. For some reason, I always tell people that I love pregnant women. Don't know where it come from. It was just something in here. Okay. But that being a doula took all my energy to give to others. And I wasn't giving anything back to myself. Okay. And even though I had a burning desire to do it, I didn't think about me. And I know some people on here are retired, Warmstrong and Elliot and some others. And we're doing YouTube. And we say we love it. I mean, at one point, I can say around December, hey, Bud Files, welcome. Welcome so much. And Controversial Cruising, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. But we're talking about do what we love, but take care of you. And we've talked about people putting on masks so you really don't know what's behind my eyes. You really don't, but I can tell you today I'm feeling real good. And Controversial says, need that Betty J energy. Controversial Cruising, if y'all ever met him, Scott, put hashtag Controversial Cruise. I'm gonna say hashtag Betty and it'll drop your link. But he has amazing energy, just like me. I mean, he is just like me. Okay. So, Controversial Cruising, you got my baby brother. And I tell you what, I'm a little jealous. I'm a little jealous. And Controversial Cruising and Warm Strong Adventures go on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it is amazing. So, please drop by there on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Destination says she may do a pop-up at lunch. Okay. And I'll definitely try to catch you. Destination Funds and some other ones are working on their watch hours. Um, Mike Clock Family Adventures, he is monetized. He is monetized. Clock is monetized. I am so, oh, I know he is so relieved. He don't have to work on those hours. Go on, Clock. Go on, Mike. And Dee says, good morning, Betty. Just finished work. Dee stays in Australia. And it's very late there, but Dee really comes. Aaron, when Aaron's not sleeping, but Aaron, her husband, he working at night. And Dee, please put hashtag Betty so it'll drop your link. Dee has an amazing garden. She take her tax money and put it right back into her garden, over $1,000, y'all. Okay, so please go over there. And also Keisha G, she has an amazing garden also. And she's part of this community also. Let me see if anybody else came in. And Controversial Cruising said, I honestly can't wait for you to go live. Oh, thank you. I was searching last night. Whenever I feel my energy a little off, I like to wear Miss Betty J. She always get me feeling right. I am so honored. I am so honored. I thank you so very much. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share me out, because you know that helps me grow. Share me out, and I will pin you up on Wednesday. But thanks again, Scott. Thank you so much. Tina said, Sis Betty, I have a Zoom meeting for work, but wanted to show. Thank you so much, and please come back. Thank you, and thanks for the thumbs up, and thank you so much. I'm still trying to go. Roro, thank you. Kudos to you, Betty. It takes a very special person to be a doula. I loved it. Loved it. And I say you can't train to be a doula. You really can't train to be a doula. It's here. And I also had an amazing another doula that you could see that it was in her and she loved it. She loved it so much that, and we kind of worked together, and we both were on our own, but we had the same concept. And being a doula at a hospital, y'all, working with the nurses can sometimes be hard because sometimes they don't accept us part of the team, and it could be really hard. It could be really hard, but I did it for a while. I did it for a while and I loved it. But it was a grind. It was a grind. It took a lot out of me, and I did not take care of myself. Okay. And let me check, and then I'm going to get right back on what I was talking about. And I said hello to everybody. And let me tell you a little about being a doula, and I still do it now. Let me tell you about one mask that I did do. But never with my clients. I could tell you, never with my clients. But they would call me 2 and 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever. I could be asleep during the day because I done been to a labor all night. And I could wake up and you will not hear the sleepiness in my voice. And I still do that to this day. And all my clients say, when I call you, no matter what, you sound like you're up. And I still do that to this day. I trained myself not to sound sleepy. And I'm gonna tell you a funny part. My husband is he got so used to me, Roro, answering the calls, and he heard the questions I asked, how far are the pains apart? How hard are they? Did your water break? He picks up the phone one day talking about, how far is your pains apart? Girl, I fell out because he knew. He knew. It was so funny because he would listen to me talking about it. But yeah, the one part of it, thanks so much for everybody's comment. But tell me in the chat, did you ever in your whole life get to do what you love? I mean, working, not just, after you retire. Yeah, you can find things you love, but in the work time when you had to work, did you find something you really love? Because being a labor doula, being with pregnant women, I used to go to their doctor. Okay, let me just say I first met with the families first. If they did not vibe with me, they wouldn't use me. If I did not vibe with them, and that happened, it did not happen. We did not work together. It didn't happen that often, but it did. Because being in labor is a very personal thing. So before we even went to the hospital, we already formed a bond. Okay. So different than what the nurses have, because the nurses have to take you, unless the patient say, I don't want you, or they work around it. Okay. And that didn't happen a lot either because nurses are phenomenal. A lot of times I listen to the nurses before I listen to the doctors because they're always doing it. So, and also I was a childbirth educator at all the hospitals in my area. Okay, then I was a childbirth educator at all the schools in my area. On top of that, I was I had teen parents come to my home on weekends. I'm surprised nobody ever went in labor on those weekends. It had to be not every weekend. I know it couldn't have been that much. I hope not. But we used to do amazing things. I could think about um we had did Easter egg hunts. The girls really they loved it. I have pictures of them I need to share. They're older now, but they were babies then. And I put so much energy into that. And then you got to take care of your spouse. Married. But my husband became amazing because when I would have to go out the middle of the night, he would get up too to take me to the hospital. Okay. I can remember a time he took me in rain. It was like I would say 3 or 4 inches deep. That's what I say. But I tell you, when I think back to that, my husband has always been my backbone. He might not be in the front of everything, but he's always in the back, you know? So that's what's amazing about that. And then I had to take care of my home. I had to clean. I had to do it all. And I know people in the chat definitely understand that. Okay? Life is a grind. Life is a grind. Okay? Then I will put myself at the bottom of the list, and then I had to start all over again. And you know what? During that time, I don't think I ever had a burnout. I've had times where all my births were good. I really didn't have births with complications. Thank God. I only had one where I won't tell you exactly what it was, but the baby was pretty healthy for what problems that he had, and it was easy to resolve, and they were so surprised. And what they learned was that people with money, they paid for doulas, and they usually had a great birth outcome. Okay, so they found out, they started making grants for poor women that couldn't afford it, and the birth outcomes were phenomenal. Even the breastfeeding, phenomenal. Okay, because we do a little bit of everything. Oh, thank you so much, controversial. You don't have to, but it's very much appreciated. That's what that's what Kevin would say. And here's to Scott, controversial cruising. Thank you so much. A little long, huh? I need to shorten it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me get back to my comments. Thank you again, Scott, and thank you everybody for coming in. Um, and making this day great is what it is. But thank you, and thank you again for all of you that showed up on Sunday. That was amazing, because I had more people show up Sunday at noon for my premiere. And I really enjoyed that video, and it's getting great views. People, the duration is pretty good, y'all. That's what I'm looking for. um and then I've got videos all the way vlogging. I got to quit saying vlogging. Videos all the way up to really the 1st of September now. So and I can see, especially the one at the end of September, is gonna be a little better than the ones that I'm putting out now. And I'm showing you a little bit more of my energy, what I wasn't showing you before. But I thank y'all so very much. Annie, hey, she is also a member of my channel. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much. She has, yeah, it's late where she is, but she has so many lives, and I thank you so much. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do. But again, I want to say that Mike from Mike from I can't even think of it. But he what I want to say. He got monetized this weekend. So Clock Family Adventures, that's what it is. And he got monetized. So again, we are so happy. And Anya, thank you again. Thank you so much for being a member of my channel. I thank you so much. And okay, so we're gonna go back and like I say, the reason I started this, thought about it, was because of Destination having somebody on their channel, and they were talking about, hey, Mama Laney from the Philippines. Hey, baby girl. Hey. Mommy Laney, you could also go on StreamYard on your telephone too. Because I wanted Mama Laney to come on live with me, but she only has her phone. So I'm sure she's not quite sure how to use it for StreamYard. But she's a great friend. You are not late. You're never late. Put hashtag Betty Mama Laney so people can you can drop your link and I am doing fine. In fact, I'm doing great. I am doing great today. I see you have a video set up, Mama Laney, for your daughter putting on makeup. I see that. Mommy Laney has a special needs daughter. She has Down syndrome, and she's what, 19 now or going on 19? And she is amazing. She is amazing. Bud Files, can you put hashtag Betty? Because Latoya wants you to drop y'all link. Okay, for me. I don't know if they're still here, Latoya, but if they're not, um, we'll see in a minute and then ask again, and then I'll have one of my moderators drop it for you. Okay? Okay. And but yeah, get back to why I did this because sometimes you could be in a bad mental state. And you notice most people that are suffering with depression or they're just going through a bad time in their life, they try to get busy. I see you, OG. I see you. Thank you, Mama Laney, for that. I see you, OG. I see you. I done put my lines up there, y'all. I done put my lines up there. But yeah, when people generally um when they generally upset or whatever, you try to get busy. You really do. So you try to do the grind, you try to get in your work, even if you have to work all night. And that's what I was listening to her was to me, she had threw it in the back. So it was on the back burner. So once everything gets quiet, that problem's still gonna be there. That problem is still going to be there. I can remember going to my yoga class, y'all. I can remember that. Thank you, everybody that's sitting in the house. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here and share me out so I could get to see new names to add to this community. I am just so honored. And once you share me out, I would thank you and pin you up to the top. Okay. So, yes, we usually, like I say, we throw it to the back of our minds and then everything gets quiet. And I always remember my yoga teacher saying, do you notice, Betty, when it gets very quiet, how some people walk out? And I'm like, why is everybody walking out when we're laying there getting ready just to really get into deep meditation? She said because those people, they need it more than the ones that stay. They cannot stand the quietness. They hear nothing but noise. Okay. So that's why I say sometimes we got to stop the grind. We got to listen to our inner voice, y'all. We really do. And sometimes, you know what? That can be a little scary living with yourself. Sometimes for me, that can be a little scary. I don't know about in the chat. Do any of you meditate? I know meditation could be prayer, it could be sitting by the ocean and quietness. Do any of you meditate? Because when you first start meditating or even praying, noise comes in your head. It comes all in your head. So controversial cruising say, I do. And I think controversial cruising. I want to really get to know you a little better. So I'm sitting back, and that's what I do with most people, to be honest. I talk a lot. But I sit back and observe. So, Scott, yeah, I'm observing you because, I got to keep up with you. But I really do. I observe controversial cruising, and I look at him, and that's how I do. And also Patrick, come not come here, but have Cheetah Will View, have a great channel, and he does that also because he interviewed me, amazing interview, and he said he wanted to see what was behind the smile. So controversial, I kind of want to know what makes you tick. That oh, what makes you tick? Because you smile a lot. You do like me. You have that energy. And thank God you're younger and you get it. But do you get it? The reason I ask that because I know I'm this is me. It has been me since I was a little girl. But there's a lot of pain too in behind these eyes and a lot of smiles, behind the smiles. I'm good now. I can say since I retired, I'm in a good space. But I had a lot of dark moments. Even when I was a doula, because I put all my energy in those women, it was not fake. And they knew it, and I showed the love. I would only rest really when I came home. I could be up, I swear, a whole week and I'd be trying to nod off in between. But if they needed me, I was there on time. Not taking care of me, not eating properly. That's usually the first thing that show up. Mama Laney said, I want that meditate, for I'm so stressed. Yes, and Mama Laney has a great smile on her face all the time. And that's what I'm saying. People, even when people are mean and nasty, they're hurting. It's not because all people are nasty. Yeah, there's some, but usually when you see somebody that runs in front of you and cuss you out, a lot of times they're hurting. A lot of times it's pain. And hurt people want to hurt people. They want to hurt you. They really, really do. But Mama Laney, I really want you to take time because you have a special needs child and she takes a lot of time. You have the dogs. You got two. I don't know how people have two dogs. And then you have your husband. Then you have the business of selling fruits and stuff. Then you got to go to the store to get that supply. So your day, you wake up early, get Janelle ready for school, and then start your day all over again. Find you a quiet moment. Find you a quiet moment. Dee said, sorry, Warmstrom, didn't see you had done it. Took a bit to remember how to. It works. Okay. So she's talking to Bill. Um, every morning before I touch my phone or anything, even if it's just yes, people say they don't have time. I keep looking over here. They don't have time to do it, Scott. But even before your feet hits the floor, you could say, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful just to be alive and continue on your day. When you get in the shower, that's when my most quiet time. And sometimes I've gotten good where I can lay on the couch and my mind don't get busy. It's just blank. And that is so amazing. That is, I don't know, controversial cruising. If you've got to that, where you can really quiet your mind and it's just a great feeling. It is a great feeling. Okay, every day is what he says. Every day. And Roro said, I knew you was gonna say something. I was waiting. That's why I said I can't wait for Robin to come back. Y'all are so good to me. Meditate and pray. Yes, that's why I use both meditate and pray. Or people, like I say, sit by the ocean. You can even sit in your yard. I have a beautiful yard, maybe on both sides. I don't really like what's there, but my yard is beautiful. My husband makes sure that I have a place to sit. I wish he could talk to the mosquitoes, but yeah, it's like sometimes I just go out there and sit in the sun. And you know what? If you're down in the dumps, sit in the sun for just for a little while. Maybe put on you some sunscreen. But I'm not even saying sit for a long time, but you'll feel some energy kind of come back to you. When I did the video, the live on depression, that one got a lot of views. That one, because I'm telling you, the days that we live in, a lot of people are depressed, or they're sad, or they got their nose to the grindstone. Okay. I know Embarkation Nation um said that how he has so many things that he do, different streams of income, and that takes a lot. And then for you, can you sit down to properly eat a good meal? That's where all that weight comes from, all that stress. It really does, because you're not taking care of yourself and you don't have the time. I know, even though it's hard sometimes. And you know what? That's when you need it. That's what I find, that is when I'm needed. Because when I'm in the good season of life, like I am now, I am so grateful, and I have to remember that. Because there always going to be that time, that season where you're going to have something going on. And I pray it's always minor. And life, you never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Yes, hurt people hurt people. They really do. Um, Dee said on the way home we saw a mob. Oh, kangaroos around. I gotta share that. Okay, I'm gonna share that hopefully the next time when I'm on. When she says a mob of kangaroos, she means a mob of kangaroos. Y'all hear me? Oh my God. It is. I'm gonna make sure. And she said, and they're loaded with babies. I can't wait to see those, because I've been over to Australia, and I want to go next year. I got my fingers crossed that I can go, and it's not too expensive. My son, if some of you don't know, when he got out the service, he stayed over in Australia. He's been there forever now. He has 7 children. 7, not 1 or 2. He has 7. He has 6 boys and 1 girl. Boys run heavy on my side. Thanks so much for sharing that, Dee. Thank you so much. Oh, look who here. And look who is here. Rock the boat. Rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat. Don't tip the boat over. Rock the boat. Oh, y'all had me looking up on Google too about YouTube creators using, copyrighted songs. And my brother told me it works. That if you sing it, Betty, and you can't get close enough, he said they ain't going to pick it up. They haven't picked it up yet. But Rock the Boat, it's so nice to see you. And thanks so much to come into my community this morning, because it is really growing. It is really, really growing. And I'm going down the chat to make sure. And Rock the Boat, how are you doing today? How was your weekend? How was your weekend? Yeah, I got your song. I got a lot of songs like Trouble Don't Last Always. Yeah, I'll sing on here. That's for sure. But and I always be looking over at my notes. But the last thing we talked about, that we really when we're suffering, we really sometimes, like me, I want to put it to the side. And that don't help. And let me tell you, I went through a problem for 30 years. Anybody went through a problem for 30 years where you didn't get it off your shoulders? Anybody in this chat? 30 years I let something rest on my shoulders, and I just released it. And it feels amazing. Amazing. I've tried before, I just detached. I detached from the situation, and that took the weight of it from me. And it is so amazing that I let something bother me that long. Anybody in the chat let something bother them for a year, 2 years, 3? Can you imagine 30 years? Can you imagine 30 years? And you know what? It has nothing to do about you. It does about that person. But really, you're the one that's going to have to just forgive the situation. And how I did it? Hey, Keisha, I talked about your garden this morning. And I'm talking about a 30-year problem. And the way I did it, I just say, you know what? Neither one of us are bad. We both have strong personalities. And I'm sure we love each other. I'm sure we do. We just can't get along with each other. So, what I said was she has a family that loves her. She has friends, nieces, cousins in a meeting family love her. And I have the same. But we just don't get along. And it freed me, y'all. It freed me. And I know I'm not the only one that's has went through this. Let's see what this Keisha is saying. Let's see what she's saying this morning. Happy Monday. I am Miss Betty Gathers. That sun is hitting you. Oh, well, thank you, Keisha. I needed that. And that's one thing I want to say too. Older people, I start changing the conversation. We are invisible to people. I talked about that a lot too. And a lot of older people are alone. Sometimes I know we don't like to go to our grandmas and granddads because they talk about the same thing all the time. And think of it, one day we're going to get there. Okay, so they're lonely. That's why they try to hold you there, hold you, you know, to their house because they don't have anybody else to talk to. So when you go to their house, they're gonna try to hold you. Do you want coffee? Do you want tea? Do you want snacks? Do you want lunch? Anything to hold you there. Rock the Boat say, as much as I don't like the Frozen movie, the song makes sense. Let it go. I can't remember that. Let it go, let it go, I can't remember that one too much. I don't think I've seen the Frozen movie. I don't think so. Yeah, some movies stick in your mind. It really do. Some do. Hey, Teta Ara. Ira, hey, been a little while. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much. But yeah, old people, I call it old. They try to dress it up. They call us seniors. What else y'all call us? But y'all are older. That's what they'll say. And you're older. Oh, you look so young. What you trying to say? I look old? Is that what Scott trying to say? I look old? And then you know what? There's another segment of the population that's invisible. And that is the homeless population. I am doing a video the first week in September, just a little part of when I went to Family Dollar yesterday. I know I jump all over the place. My mind is because I done got off the note. So now, but I went to Family Dollar and I normally don't go there. My best friend works there. And there were a lot of homeless people, and I have been there before. And they didn't used to have as many. as they have now. But you know, they are. Hey, Jennifer, I done talked about your husband too. How he got so many irons in the fire for different streams of income. And I say sometimes you got to stop some of that. Oh, I don't have that. Let me get the fan on, y'all. Hold on. And you have to take care of yourself. You know, even though it seems like you're doing it, but you need to take, like, he needs to take care of you. You need to take care of you. You know, you got the baby, you got, you know, the home, you got so much that you have to take care of. And yes, wise being over 55, you know, you better say that, because you know, I don't know if any of you know, I kind of studied this in college, was the last part of your brain is not fully matured until you're 35. And that's the decision making process. That's why we make all them dumb decisions in our 20s. Cheers. You know, so it's just, you know, but let me get back to the homeless. They are invisible just like old people. Okay. I think sometimes if they take the older people and can put us to the side, um, I think that they would. And get rid of us. But I'm telling you, the aging population has changed a lot. Controversial say, I think I'm getting older too. Oh, please. I enjoy hanging out with my parents so much now. Yeah, you do that as you get older. I got to hang out with my grandma for a while because she lived for a long time and we talked a lot. Oh my God. She's been deceased for a while. She lived to her late 80s, but I learned even about her childhood. Just amazing stuff, you know, her working in the fields, her working in the house, keeping kids, her working in the fields, you know, sitting down in the fields because they got headlights in their heads and they're picking them out, you know. So you learn so much. And she told me, and also she was a midwife. You know, she had the book of births. I'm so sad that I didn't get to see that book, and I bet you it's thrown somewhere that it shouldn't be. Controversial Cruising said, I think I'm getting older too. I enjoy hanging out with my parents so much now. They're 60. Oh, you trying to say I'm old enough to be your mama? Okay, I got you. Okay, Scott, I got you. I know, and they're young too. Us baby boomers, we worked hard, y'all. I don't care what y'all millennials say. I don't care what Generation X say. They say we were workers and we didn't take the time to take care of our families. And we made the millennials and we made Generation X, but especially the millennials, materialistic. We did it. We, the 67, 68 and older, we did that. We did that. Contra, he said that's so special. Conversations that will live on in the memory forever. Yes. And you know, it took me a year to make a book for my grandson in Australia, the oldest one, and just about showing him from my mom to me. But now I can go back farther to my grandma, my great grandma, and great great. So I can get all the way back to the slave wall. And if anybody don't know what the slave wall is, little education. Because before the wall, a lot of times we didn't have names, we had numbers. So we cannot find those people. And then when the slaves became free, I think it was 1864. Anybody know exactly what the year was? We can go basically back to that wall. And some of us are fortunate to get behind it if we know what the slave owners' names was and the plantations, then we can kind of find it, but not all. So that's lost to us forever, really. But I thought I explained that a little bit. Um, but it's so special just to learn, like my great, y'all don't get it though. Some of you that to just to learn your great grandma and dad, great, you probably can get back to great, but that's as far as you can go. But just to know their names, like Grandma Ethel, great grandma Mary on both sides, really, just to know their names is just amazing. So let me see what we're saying over here. And let me make sure nobody came in. Roro says, I'm booming with you, Betty. I know, girl. We came along good, y'all. It was still the time. It was hard. Everybody say the good old days. What good old days, Roro? Can you tell me what good days? Maybe in our 30s when the economy was really good. The economy was booming, y'all. CD rates was through the roof. People were buying property, they were selling property, it was booming. If you didn't make it in that time, you are gonna never make it. But the sad part during that boom, y'all, people took out second and third mortgages on their home. Now they can't retire. So it was nice, Roro, at that time. But and then also, who was in office? Not Jimmy Carter, but one of the presidents even gave money so people could go to college, poor people, and they used it too. A lot of people used that. They went from being like nurse aides, they went to being RNs. Clinton. So they did. That was a good thing. A lot of those women used that to their advantage. They really did. So some of the things that's given y'all um really works, so long as they have to work for it. Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say, Miss Betty. Because you have that mother caring nature. Oh, okay. But you know what? I'm gonna talk about that too. That's why I come to your lives when I feel off, because of just that. You have a gift regarding of age. Yeah, and I really and my thing really is, Scott, is really to talk to the young ones. You know, maybe even if I could spark, how people say one or two, to say, hey, you're doing too much. Stop and smell the roses. I know my son got 7 to 8 children. You need to stop and smell the roses. You and your wife, my son's 45 now. His wife's a little younger. The younger you learn that, the better you're going to be. The younger you learn it, the better you're going to be. And I keep saying that 100%. Now they're showing Generation X. I'm getting 100%. It was a millennial at one time. Not to say in the studio that older people aren't watching me or people are different. It just shows that's where the multitude is coming from. And I appreciate them for that, because that I really always say I want over 60, but I think, in fact, I know I want everybody, because even people my age can learn from this. Because Roro, I don't know if you know, but they're blaming the baby boomer grandmas for the ones messing up the generation. They say because we don't want to watch our grandbabies all the time. They say we done messed it up. We messed it up. They always blame it on us women. They don't never blame it on them granddaddies. I'm very blessed to have known. Yes, you are great. Oh, I wish I would have known. Honestly, I didn't know my biological. I know one. My grandma died when I was about 3 on my mom's side. I never knew my grandma on my father's side, which is sad. I know the name. Her name was Mary Brooks, and her husband was John Brooks, a little bit my granddad. My my granddaddy on my mom's side, I knew him to about 11 or 12, but never my grandma on her side, because she died. So, but never my great grandparents. And I bet you they was alive when I was born. They stayed in Carolina. My grandparents moved to West Palm Beach to open up two fish markets. I thought they had one. In fact, in my family, I was fortunate because education, we had doctors. I'll say a doctor in the family. My grandfather was a professor. My uncle went into service. So it was a lot of entrepreneurs too, which I didn't pay attention to, which is so sad. But controversial, I need to remember that sometimes my fire Aries, yeah, but but strong personalities, they can get you a long way, but they can get you in trouble too. They can get you in trouble. You know what? I missed something Roro said. I remembered that. Let me go back. It was something back here. Hold on. I'm trying to go. Okay. I knew I missed something, Roro. I'm getting better with this. I should have started. Had to let it go. I was talking earlier about something 30 years, and they're probably listening right now, to be honest. And I hope they know where I'm coming from. And usually it is with family members. It really is. Um, and I couldn't let it go because it was something I had to live with. I thought it was something I had to live with. But once I let it go, it freed me. And it was like it brought a breath of fresh air into the house. I don't know if anybody gets it. You know, I'm off in my my somewhere, off to a tangent. But it's just like a house. Don't say I'm crazy. Is a living thing. I don't know if anybody believe that, because if your house gets messy and junky, it really plays on your spirit. You're down in the dumps. Once you clean your house up, it feels so much better. It's like the house can breathe. So if you got a little corner you need to clean out, I got a lot of those corners, but I've been cleaning them out the last couple of weeks. I'm so proud of me. And yeah, but clean out them corners, clean out them cobwebs. You'll feel so much better. But yeah, after 30 years, my shoulder is so light. And like I said, Roro, it was something simple, like saying, we don't dislike each other. We're very much alike. She might not think of it that way. She may not even think she has a strong personality, but we both do. But like I say, she has people that love her, and I got people that love me. We just don't get along. We just don't get along. And that's the bottom line. Okay, enough about that. Let me go down here. I think I came up too far. I was looking for Roro. I gotta go back. And Roro said, I'm booming with you. Yep, I remember that one. And Keisha, I'm still going. I remember the Aries thing. And controversial Scott says, that's amazing, Keisha. I met three or four of my grandparents. Never met my, I know, isn't that sad? I see the pictures of them. And even with my great grandma, I always picture this little thin little woman and light skin, because my family was mulattoes. And I know one of them, Bessie, had to be, she was a great aunt, and she had to be really light, because when they came to the door and they looked at her and they wrote a W on the survey thing, and somebody must have told them that they were mulattoes, that she was mixed. So a lot of my um family on my mom's side is mulattoes, or call them mixed, or whatever people call them now. But yeah, so got a lot of you know green eyes on my family. So if anybody came with green eyes, but I would have loved to have heard them, even their voices You know, I've researched and provided my grandma information on her grandparents and great grandparents that she didn't even know. Her father was the youngest of 13 children. And another thing, Keisha, is before I answer that, let me make sure nobody else came in. Another thing is that you have to remember, and I want everybody to remember this, is I'm trying to take this. There's Elliot again. Thank you, Elliot. And you have to remember back in the day when they were giving information, we're talking about, Keisha's research, and it's probably pretty right, but a lot of that is not 100% because they had to lie. A lot of them had to lie to save their lives. And those old people, when they held something, they release it. Sometimes who you thought was your mama was your sister. You didn't know. They held that lie because they had to a lot of times and for their children's protection. Because I know a lot of things that is on record is not true. A lot of it on my side is not true. And a lot during that time, we're talking about in the past, they were marrying cousins. I know in my family, they were marrying first cousins at that time. I don't know when they stopped it, but I know they were marrying first cousins. And that was, no matter what race you were, they were doing that. Let's see if anybody else said anything. Um, Controversial Cruising is saying to Keisha, I just turned on all for notifications. Oh wow, one of 13. I can't imagine that either. Holiday dinners must have been one around a pass of potatoes. That's it. They ain't have no food. Everybody done ate it. 13 children. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. 13 children. Child, my son got 7. 7. 7. He's 45 with a year old, so he gonna be raising kids forever. Trey, you gonna be raising kids forever. Okay, let me keep going. And I want to get back to the homeless too. Thank you so much, Aaron. I'm gonna make sure put hashtag Betty Aaron Storm Day 2007. He has a video now of kangaroos, and I'm telling you, it ain't one or two; it's a whole ton of them. They'll scare you. Them things, they'll scare you. They big. Hey, Song Art. Hey, thanks so much for coming. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share me out, and I will pin you up to the top. And thank you so much, Aaron. I know Aaron is in Australia. Okay, so yeah. And again, remember Clock Family Adventures, he is monetized now. He's under the cruise community, and I'm so proud and so happy for him. And I think everybody, and I know he do, that helped him to get there. Mike, you don't have to worry about the miles now. Praise God. uh, Mommy, I'm going because my daughter. Okay, thank you so much, baby girl. I'll see you on your live, okay? Mommy Lane is from Philippines, and I go over just to chit chat with her, and she's grown on me. She has a special needs daughter, and she has a lot of doctor's appointments. She's grown. Janelle is like 18, 19, but she's amazing because she has amazing parents. So, okay, baby girl, I'll see you, and let's see. And Roro's asking Keisha, what research engine do you use to find family history? It's another one that's free. I can't even think of it, Roro. I'll try to remember. But Keisha, I know there's ancestry.com, but they charge you. But family, it's another one. Family something, and they don't charge you. I'll make sure I put it. Let me put family. Ink pen, of course, don't write family search. Let me make sure I make a note of that so I can talk about that next week. Okay. And let me see if anybody else said anything. And there is Tuber Chat. Hey, how you doing? You've been a little busy too. Kevin at Tuber Chat is another great community to really go to, and Kevin learns so much. I'm telling you. And I try to say everything Kevin say. Everything he say, I try to do, and that's so amazing. When you really want to emulate somebody, then they're going down the right road. And Kevin always says, "Give more than you expect back." I love that, and never give if it's not out of your heart, and never expect anything back. I'm heavy on that because a couple of people expected something back. They gave me something and they expected something back. I didn't ask for it. You can take it back. Hey, Steve. Hey, thank you for sharing me, Tuber Chat. I'll definitely pin you up on Wednesday. Hey, Steve, how is it going? You started that little show you've been talking about yet? Steve Sheets, he's a music guy and he wants to start a live. I think once he moves, that I think more like a variety show, I think is what it is. So I thank you so much for being here. Oh my God, I've been here over an hour. It's been an amazing morning, an amazing morning. And I do, my little community is growing and I'm seeing a lot of new names. And this is a dream for me because I always say I really don't have a niche. And like Tuba Chat says, I was saying over 60, but I had to stop saying that because I think I'm inclusive to everybody. I really do. So, and like I say, 100% are Generation X in my YouTube studios. It was the millennials, but I know other people do watch, but I know that a great many of that population do. So, and that's who I really wanted to reach out and touch, to talk to them before they get here you know, because I'm telling y'all, you can have a great quality of life if you take care of yourself in them 30s. It's not too late to start or too early, but do it now. And I tell you, you won't be spending all that time in the doctor's office. I can tell you that. Steve Sheets, congratulations. 100 subs. Congratulations. Also, Stephen Sheets, Destination Fun, Embark Embarkation Nation, Jennifer, they've started a live once a month where they're gonna interview 3 people that's under 1,000, just to get your name out there a little more. They just had one, so I assume they're not going to have one to next month, and I don't know what that date is going to be. But congratulations, because I know what all of us in here. Hey, Donis. So long. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. But I can remember having that 100 subs the first time, and it's amazing, or even getting there, so I know the feeling. And I got to about 45, and let me tell you, I was so disheartened. My sister, what she did, and I still have that picture where she showed me a room of people, 45 people, and there was a lot of people in that room. She said, "See, you got a class of people and also another class to start." So, yeah, I do understand. Dee says she has 162 people. And thank you. Congratulations, Dee, on your channel. That's because you're amazing. You're amazing. And Steve Sheets, he just dropped his link if anybody want to go in there. And thanks so much, King. Good day, King Morgan. It's what D is saying, and I'm just saying good morning to all of y'all because you're so amazing, all of you. And but yeah, I'm on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm not gonna keep you here forever. Because I know everybody got their thing they gotta do. My moderators got what they gotta do. But the people that's coming into my community is so amazing. And I'm going to thank you again. Yesterday, my premiere on Sunday is going to be every Sunday at noon. And those are getting good views because I took a time off about 6 weeks and didn't do videos. So YouTube forgot about me. Now they're starting to push my videos out again as of yesterday. So I'm amazed with that. And my vlogging skills are getting better. Yay. And I have videos up to September 1st. I can't believe it. The first week in September. I cannot believe that now I can do those clips. And now I got to start doing my transitions better. Oh my goodness. I'm at a good time, y'all. I am a good time with YouTube. I didn't think I was going to ever have this day. Ever have this day. I wanted to give up December, and even just before I got monetized, I am so happy that I had so many people to listen to me. Kevin was a part of that. Tuba chat because he probably forgot, but I called him and he was, sometimes I always say they're pieces of the puzzle, and he was the last piece of that puzzle about Betty. What makes you happy? And I still couldn't figure it out, but it put me on the road to doing that. Okay. So now, before I couldn't clean my house, I couldn't go off, I couldn't do this, that. I didn't do that for over a year. Now I could do all those things, cleaning out closets, doing, and even filming my clips. And now I'm got to work more on my editing skills. I'm telling you, if anybody is I have to keep looking over here because my numbers not showing up. If any of y'all are thinking about giving up, don't. But if you're tired, take a break. Take a break because you can always come back and get in that YouTube algorithm. You really can get into that, but don't give up. But again, before I end this, is do what you love. However, because we won't say but, I probably should have said but because we don't want to cancel that out. Take care of you. Take care of yourself. Take care if you got to get mani patties, if you got to leave the family home with the husband or leave with the wife, with the children. Take time for yourself, alone time. And even if you're suffering mentally, get the help that you need. Even if it means going to a counselor, taking medication, if that's what you need to get your balance. Yes, Jennifer, your YouTube grind is tough. But I think once you kind of get it balanced, roll up there laughing. Once you get it balanced, Jennifer, because I don't think has it been a year for you, Jennifer? Once you get a little balance and can see where you're going, then you understand what people say, enjoy what you love. Enjoy what you love. And once it comes to you, girl, everything fall in place. Everything is falling in place. Not to say I won't have hard times on YouTube. I will. But I got to focus. Even on my videos that I put out, yes, I would like a lot of people to look at it. But what I look at it is the duration, how long they watch it. And they watch it pretty long. It's not to 100% yet, but it's going to get there. Somebody watching it to 100%. If not later. And I'm telling y'all, put y'all playlists together. Okay? Because I'm going to tell y'all why. Creators, put you playlists together, because I watched this young lady, Arnell Armand, and she was on for years before I watched her. And I loved her so much, still do. I went through all her playlists. Do you know how many watch hours she got from me? Do you know how many watch hours that girl got from me? Like one other YouTuber say, they might not be watching you now, but they're going to watch you later because they want to see how far you come. Don't erase those videos that you started out with. That's how they supposed to look. That is how they supposed to look. Controversial says that entire time, I bet you do. I can tell. I was like that. Controversial cruising. I was on this every time. Everybody's live, everybody's channel, everybody comment. I forgot about my own channel. Yes, it's great to network. Yes, I would say that till the cows come home. Don't forget your channel. Don't forget your own channel, and don't forget you. Take a break if you need it. Get ahead up on your videos. You know, get ahead. YouTube is social media. They all in your business. And another thing I want to say before I leave, special with me vlogging now, and then it is going to be the last thing I'm going to say. Special with me vlogging now, I have to be as real as I can get. I don't have the home with the white walls. You know how they have the beautiful kitchen. My refrigerator is a mess. My cabinets are a mess. You're going to see the real home. There are going to be days that you're going to see me without makeup. You're going to see me without the hair. Because I'm going to have to be real. And that's what I want. Because people want real. I don't, what I want to say, I don't edit out as much as I used to. But when you see me dance and sing around, that's me. These new videos that you see coming out, that's me. After I took that 6-week break, would have been in July and June, because June 15th, because I came back in July. I was still doing lives, but not videos. I have to look at the first one I did, but that's me. Yesterday, what you saw was me. And what you're going to see from now on, I think that's why it's easy. Because I've found something I truly love, and I'm not trying to push it and make it happen. I don't have to even think about the clips. I just make the story as it goes along. I got it. I got it. And you got it too. But thank you so much for coming. Thumbs up, thumbs up. You know I'm on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if I'm not here, I'll definitely put it on my comment page. And every Sunday at noon, my premiere, you're going to see me. You're going to see my real life with my dog, my husband. He won't be on it as much. He just gets caught up in it. And Roro said, even as a viewer, it takes a lot to watch. Yeah, it does. It really does take a lot of energy. And you think about, as a YouTube creator, we got to do our own stuff. I got my lives. I got to come up with titles that's searchable. But you know one thing? With my long videos, I don't. I thought I was going to have to come up with, and sometimes in my videos, what I've talked about on here, I'll do it in the car and talk about it again. Yep, I surely do. So it just, laps over each other is what it is. But thank you so much. Please come again. I saw a lot of new names on here, and I am so honored. I really am. And I'm so honored that y'all stayed the whole time with me. And you know what? I will see y'all later. And you have a great day. And yes, thumbs up, and here, and share me out. And
just text, I know it's a toss up, but I hate the fact that we lost touch. Ayy, the Uber pulling up on call. Tell me, is you trying?
And didn't end didn't end it.